G'day, my name is Nathan Lindsell, and welcome to episode number 75 of The Fine Art of Distraction. So, on today's episode, I'm actually part of the Fluid Art Express Christmas collaboration. You! So, actually, let's get straight into it, eh? You! Okay, so as you can see here, I'm actually doing some Christmas ornaments, and I'm using the colour from TLP called Flamingo because I've decided to do Wicked-inspired colours. Now, the reason why I say Wicked-inspired colours is because my sister absolutely loves the theatre of Wicked and also the movie of Wicked, and I thought, hey, why don't I do some Wicked-inspired Christmas decorations for her? And so this particular pigment, Flamingo, actually on one angle, it is actually the pink that you see there, and on another angle, it's actually a really, really nice sort of emerald green. So I thought this is the perfect colour. And if it turns out, it's going to be well wicked. Yoo! So I've decided to basically dust the actual resin molds, and then basically what I'll do is I'll pour some green resin into the molds over the top. Now, when you're dusting resin molds, ideally you should actually put a dark coloured resin in over the top to make that sort of pigment powder sort of pop, but I'm actually going to be doing sort of translucent sort of emerald green, so I'm hoping it works. Hope. So do you remember me saying before at one angle it's pink and at the other angle it's green? If you look at my glove, you can actually see the green coming out of the pigment. So how cool is that? It's wicked cool! And also, I just want to do a bit of a shout out to Darren from Venom Fluid Art for inviting me to partake in this awesome collaboration. It's the Fluid Art Express Christmas collaboration, and I tell you what, I absolutely love the whole family of the Fluid Art Express, and it warms my heart that I get invited to partake in these events so often. You. Alrighty, so let's speed it up a little bit more and let's go to 80% more speed. Okay, so what I'm actually doing here is I'm actually using some fine pointed cotton wool buds and dipping it in isopropyl alcohol. Basically, I'm actually just going over the parts that I don't want the pigment powder. So as you can see, part of it has got the pink on it and part of it doesn't. And that's what I'm sort of doing. I'm getting rid of the pigment from the parts that I don't want the pigment showing. Okay, so you don't get bored of watching the same thing 3 times, let's actually boost this speed right up and let's go 100% speed. You! Let's go! Wah! Okay, so when I actually did this close-up on this, I saw that I didn't actually get rid of enough of the pigment on the parts that I didn't want pigment showing. So off camera, I actually went over it again on the center bits. But you can see how awesome this sort of pink color is, and you can see that slight sort of green, sort of hint of a green sort of coming through as well. Okay, so now I'm just mixing some resin at super ultra fast speed. And now I'm just about to add some colour. So here I'm actually adding rainforest green. And here it is in focus, rainforest green there. But you'll see this crazy thing happen. When I actually drip it in, it turns blue. It's green there, but as soon as I actually start to stir it, it turns blue. Watch this. Green, 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 and now it's blue. What the actual? So basically what I'm now going to have to do, because I hate wasting resin, I'm going to try to actually mix up my own green. And how do you make green from blue? Well, you add yellow, don't you? So I'm just going to add some sunflower yellow. I think that's the one I chose, sunflower yellow, or sunflower bright yellow or something like that. Actually, here it is. It was sunflower bright yellow. I was too quick for myself. Alrighty, so yeah, so I'm just adding a bit of yellow in there. Now I'm just going to mix it around a bit. And I'm not 100% happy with it at the moment, so shortly I'll add a little bit more. Okay, so I'm adding a little bit more sort of the yellow. Well, actually, a lot more of the yellow. And just going to sort of mix it around a little bit. And it's sort of working, but not really. I'm still not happy with the actual colour that I'm getting. So I'm like, oh, I don't really want to throw out all of this resin, so let's just keep going until I get the right color. So basically, I'm changing the actual alcohol coloring now. I'm actually using Let's Resin green. I forget what green it is, but I know it's from Let's Resin. And as you can see how much I put in there. So, and then when we mix this, oh my golly gosh, this is the perfect Emerald City green. Look at that beast! Yo! It is perfect. I absolutely love this color. Yo! I tell you what, if I could actually create this green, I'd actually call it popular green, because I'm gonna be popular. Oh god. Okay, so now I'm actually adding some Unicorn Art crushed crystal glitter. Not unicorn, it's Unicone. So Unicorn Art crushed crystal glitter, basically. And as you can see there, I only added the smallest amount. You don't need to add a lot, because this, a little bit, goes a long way. Even that is probably too much. But hey, it's for the represent the Emerald City, so let's go all out, eh? Okay, so now it's time to actually pour these bad boys. And as you can see here, I'm pouring it straight into the middle and trying not to sort of go anywhere apart from the middle. Basically, it's just so you get an even pour over the whole thing. And now I'm just making sure I get the little knobby bits on the end. And I've noticed that I've got a lot of resin left over, so I pour this big one. But this one's actually a really flimsy mold, and as you can see, it's starting to collapse on itself. But I mean, while it's sort of pouring out, look at that glitter sort of going nuts. And now I'm just using the excess to sort of fill up whatever I had lying around. And now I'm just scraping off any of the excess. Alrighty, so we're back, and it's actually 2 whole days after I actually poured these, so these would be well and truly set. So I tell you what, I'm absolutely loving the colour of green that these actually turned out to be. I was a little bit worried because when I first poured that first little bit of alcohol ink into the resin, I was like, oh, that's not green, it's more blue. So I had to sort of make the green. And I tell you what, this is actually the perfect green. I was actually hoping that this was going to be the green. So, we're winning for that. Now, the big question is, will the pink pigment actually show up on the other side? Normally, when you do like the pigment dust on the molds and then pour the resin in, normally you should use a dark colored resin for then that pigment to then pop. The fact that this is actually a translucent light green, it might not work. So fingers crossed that it works. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm just going to sort of demold these ones first, just because these ones were literally just using the excess resin. Alrighty, let's turn this bad boy over. No way! Check out that. That is so cool. That looks freaking amazing! Yahoo! This is so cool. So there is a little bit of overspill, but that's okay because we can actually just snip that off with some scissors or a knife of some sort. But how awesome did that turn out? No way! Yahoo! Wow. If that turned out that good, I'm really looking forward to what these turn out like. And this is actually just the top of I think it's a pumpkin or a strawberry. It's the top of a pumpkin. Oh, that even looks cool. Ew. All right, but this is what we're really looking for. All right. So now there is a little bit of excess overspill, but that's okay because we can cut that off. It's no problem whatsoever. The big question is, did the actual pink pigment show through, like sort of show its colors? I'm gonna have to turn it over. I really hope this works out. Yeah, see the excess overspill? Well, there's no sort of pink left on here, so that means it's on there. So let's hopefully it works. Because as I said, normally when you dust the resin molds, you pour a dark color resin in there for then that pigment to pop. So fingers crossed this works. And as I said, don't worry about these overspill. We can cut that off. It's no problem at all. So let's turn this over. Bugger. It didn't really work. It didn't really work. But I tell you what, it still looks pretty cool. I'm still actually happy with the actual color of the green that I've produced. But actually, at certain angles, you can sort of see a bit of a pink mist. So yeah, so I'm still somewhat happy with it, but yeah. Let's have a look. Yeah, so same situation with this one. Yeah. And I thought that this might have been the case just because when you, as I said, when you dust the resin molds, you should normally put a dark color in, like darken the resin basically. See, at some angles you can sort of just see that pink. See the pink just up here? So I reckon when they're actually hanging on the Christmas tree at different angles, you probably will see that pink. So, but I was sort of hoping for, actually you can more of see the actual green than anything because it actually is a pink/green So you can really see the green there. Yeah, but I was really hoping that that pink would really shine through. So I think next time I'll fill it with like maybe like a really dark green, like an opaque green. So then those colors actually really stand up. But I tell you what, this bad boy here turned out friggin' awesome. See, this is just overspill just here, so we can cut that off. See that? Because the resin hasn't quite set just yet. See, there you go. But how awesome did that turn out? Alrighty guys, I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you all so much for tuning in and watching me how I created these awesome Christmas ornaments. I tell you what, this one here was the shock of the century. Even though this was a secondary pour to basically use up the excess resin so I didn't waste any, this one I actually liked the best. Even though these ones were the main pour, I'm not overly happy. I still love them. I just wish that the pink actually shone through more. And the way that that pink will actually shine through more is next time I'll actually pour a dark green opaque color in the back. So then that pigment will actually pop through. So this is absolutely stunning. I absolutely love this. And I also want to take this opportunity to say thank you so much to Darren and Christy for inviting me to partake in this awesome Christmas collaboration. And while I'm talking about the collab, directly after me is the one, the only Darren from Venom Fluid Art. So definitely do yourself a favor and check out, stick around and check out his video. And actually, stick around and check out all of the videos in this collab, because I tell you what, you're gonna be in for a treat. You! Alrighty guys, if you like what you saw here today, I'd ask a favor. Just hit that thumbs up for us. Give us a like. And if you're not yet subscribed and you feel like subscribing to my channel, please hit that subscribe button and then hit the little dark bell. That'll actually indicate when I upload new videos. And if you think any of your friends or family might like to see how I created these awesome Christmas ornaments, please forward it on to them. I'd love for them to check it out as well. Alright guys, one more time, thank you so much for tuning into this episode. And this is the fine art of distraction.